Today is Wednesday morning and I'm going to the campus. In this video I decided to film and just show like one day of me going to the campus, teach and do some other duties. How does it feel to be a postdoc? Oh, it's actually my bus, number 4, I need to run. And this sometimes happens that when you didn't make it on time, but the good thing that there is another bus. Okay, it wasn't actually my fault because I checked the Google Maps and bus came 1 minute early. When I moved to Vancouver, I used to have a car, but I decided to get rid of the car because it's just so expensive to have car over here. I paid like around $250, almost like $300 for parking in downtown, plus insurance, plus gas. Gas is extremely expensive. Plus, whenever you go to different part of the town, it's also you always needs to park and pay a lot. Okay, this is bus 16. Yeah, this entire. Oh, I see bus 14. Hello. The bus, for example, arriving at this University Plaza. And then I'm just walk to my office at Institute of Applied Mathematics. It's usually 5 minutes. The campus at UBC. Oh, let me actually show you the campus. This thing is called Nest. It's with all of the student store, restaurants and stuff. And overall, the campus is humongous. It's probably like one of the largest campuses that I have ever been to. And now in the morning it's a little bit dead, but it's fine. This is another view of the Nest from the other side. My office is located over there. So usually how the day goes, I try to teach 1 day per week last semester. And it was a complete disaster because you need to teach like 4 hours plus 2 hours of office hours, plus grading, plus meeting with my teaching supervisor. So I ended up like working from 8 a.m. to like 6 p.m. And it's okay, like if you can manage not to travel over the weekend and just to recover and restore, because after like 1 full day of teaching, you like that. And usually like the next morning and the next day is also like you have that if you didn't rest properly, didn't sleep properly. So this semester I decided to slightly change my approach and to teach 2 days in a row, where I teach from 8 to 10, and then I have office hours from 10 to 11. In this case, I'm going to spend only half a day of teaching. I'm not going to be as that tired, and so far it's going well. And I actually really like it. And another thing, like if you're super tired in terms of teaching, then the quality of your teaching is going to drop. So that's why there is a huge difference when I'm going to teach only 2 hours per day versus I'm going to teach 4 hours per day. What kind of teaching quality am I going to deliver if I'm going to teach and I'm already going to be like exhausted? So that's why I feel like it's not only important to think about yourself when you like do this sort of job and stuff, but also to think about your students and how they receive it like on the other end. My favorite part about winter in Vancouver that it lasts only like 1 week, in a sense that we had snow this winter. I feel like I remember like 8 or 10 days. And the funny part, it was only snowing for 2 days, and when it's snowing the entire city shut down because people like refuse. And it's expensive to change from summer tires to winter tires if it's snowing only like for 1 or 2 weeks. So that's why whenever there's a snow, they still use summer tires, but it's like really dangerous to drive, and the entire city just shut down. The campus was shut down. The interesting part about math department in Vancouver that it has 3 buildings. This is math annex. That is over there is math department building. And here is my Institute of Applied Mathematics. And my office is located here. And it's really nice that everything is like really close to each other. Okay, since I missed my bus, I have only 15 minutes to make and drink coffee. So let's use that time wisely. Okay, this is my office. The thing is here for one simple reason, because I didn't figure out how to close these things down, and sometimes there's sun. So when I'm sitting and working, oh, here's banana, which I saved from yesterday. Yeah, so this is my office. I used to have an office mate, but he almost never showed up and worked from home. But right now, as I understand, he's not here anymore. So that's why I have this entire office for myself. One of my students came yesterday and we discussed like one of the things related to polynomial neural networks and stuff. And we were just practicing some proofs and some arguments in terms of the weights and what kind and how this weights parameterizing something in the ambient space. And here's the view from outside of my office. And you can see there's some construction, some buildings, but overall, when I open the window, it's pretty nice. It's not the same as a view from my Berkeley office, but it's still pretty good. This is the view of all mathematicians. Okay, I have 5 minutes to finish my coffee. And also what do I have? I have banana over here. And another thing which I strongly recommend, even if you don't have time to eat the entire breakfast, is, as I said, like some nuts. And additional to that, I love cheese. This is like small cheese circles. Where they're here. Like there's like the best. So this is like going to be my half breakfast, I would say. And actually, after teaching and office hours, I will go get an actual breakfast, and I will show you what I'm going to get. Okay, I'm going to eat quick, watch something, and then go teach. I finished the first discussion session. Today we talk about expected value, variance, standard deviation. Now I'm going to my second class, which is like literally 5 minutes away from the original building. I really like this view at UBC to the Vancouver mountains. I will need to show you it later, but this is the building where I teach my second class. I'm not late yet. I have 1 or 2 more minutes. So the second class is over. Now I'm going to go and open, it's like the worksheets from the previous class. Now I will go and open a room for the office hours. I will have office hours for 30 minutes. And then I will going to go and actually have with my nonprofit support Ukraine with us. We're going to have an interview for operational manager person. So that's how life goes. You like jump from teaching to like doing some other activities, and after this I have another like meeting, and yeah, like life is tough, I guess, and this is like the only way to survive is just to push it and try to organize your day, because there is so many things, so many different activities, and it's super fun. This is like kind of what keeps you going. That's what motivates you whenever you do this stuff. You see like the outcome. Sometimes you don't see outcome. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or even years to get the first positive outcome. But the idea is just to have a true desire and true love towards something, and just to push it until you get some positive feedback. And based on this positive feedback, you can build up and kind of push it even more. So that's at least like my understanding and perspective. Okay, now I'll go teach via office hours. Okay, I finished office hours, and the interview was 40 minutes, and we interviewed for an operational manager position for my nonprofit Support Ukraine with Us. And now I'm going to go and have an actual breakfast because it's already like 11:30 a.m. And I love to have eggs on breakfast, but here there is no such option. So usually I'm going to go to one of my favorite places. I either will go to Jar Jar. It's like Middle Eastern food, which is really good. Or I will go get pork with salad. But I got already pork salad yesterday, so probably let me try another dish. Okay, yeah, so now I need to go and get some food. Okay, usually by this time I already have my breakfast and do some math or whatever But last week was kind of tough on all fronts, and I want to make a separate video about that, because for the first time when I experienced that, I was as an undergraduate, and I talked to my mentors, and they gave me like one of the best advices in my life. So that's why I want to share about those stories and about other stories. But today I'm just going to get some food right now. This is the same street where I arrived on the bus. And yeah, and after this I will go and do the most exciting part. It's actually doing some math, and I'm going to share that. And at 2 p.m. I have, since I missed my meeting for teaching reflection with my supervisor on Monday, we have another meeting on Wednesday. It's at 2, and then 3 I'm going to have another meeting with a mathematician about some of the research problems, and that's going to be our first meeting. And after that I'm going to go to meet with a visitor of my supervisor with 2 other graduate students, and we're going to take the visitor to a restaurant, to some dinner and stuff. And after that I will just take a bus home, like 45-50 minutes, and probably just rest. And that's the schedule. And usually like during my bus ride I will either like do some math or read something, or when I arrive at home we'll see, because when you like super exhausted it's always good like not to push you, and but at the same time you're really excited to do work because you love doing work. So yeah, that is the balance. Okay, let me show you the street. Here are the buses over there. We have this street. It's like the main street where all the buses arrive, and there's another buses arrive over there. We have a lot of food places. This is a new building. I have no idea what's inside. Yeah. This is jam jar where I used to get food all the time, but right now I mostly cook at home because I'm trying to eat more veggies and more meat. But today I didn't bring food with me, so I'm getting food here. So this is what I got, and you can get this for 17 Canadian dollars. This is chicken shawarma with rice, hummus. I have no idea what it is, and I asked for my veggies on the side and less rice. And yeah, this is going to be my breakfast slash lunch, so this is my brunch. So my brunch lasted for a little bit longer because I met some of my friends. Actually, one of my friends who's also a postdoc, and he has like 2 visitors for his probability seminar. So that's why we ended up just sitting there on the table and talking for 1 hour about math, geopolitics, and other like stuff. And overall, it's just nice sometimes to go a little bit off the schedule and just go and talk to people, because this is like how you do networking and getting to know other mathematicians in other fields. And you can learn about their work, about their experience, and where they went from. And it's really interesting how world is super small, because they know people that I know from like 10 years ago, and right now like they're like working together or something like that. So it's pretty interesting. So here finally I'm going to my office. I have another meeting in 40-50 minutes, so we'll just sit down right now and learn a little bit about Grosvenor basis and do some exercises and stuff. During my short math session I learned about Becher-Burst criterion, which allows you to take some polynomials and produce Grosvenor basis out of it. And the idea is that you need to check that certain like polynomials on the pairs of your proposed basis is going to be equal to 0. And then there was like some exercise, and they asked to implement, and it's like from the book I'm learning, and they were like asked to go and implement using the code. So I also like kind of was coding that. So that was the 30 minutes of fun that I had, and just thinking about this. And for the next hour, I'm going to go on a walk, and I'm going to join the call where we're going to talk to our supervisors regarding our teaching this week. And at the same time, I'm going to get my steps in. During my meeting, I decided to go to the beach and take these stairs. It takes probably like 5 or 10 minutes just going up to reach UBC. And look at this, you can just, within 5 minutes of being in your office, You can go to this beach and see these two eagles. Yeah, probably. That's kind of amazing. And also this eagle got some prey. They're so gorgeous. Yeah, and this is overall the view of the beach at the University of California. University of British Columbia, I'm sorry. At UBC. Yeah, so this is the beach. This is the beach at UBC, which is pretty cool and super busy over summer. Okay, the meeting actually was only 40 minutes, which is good. So right now I'm just finishing my walk around the campus, and I need to find a way to get back to my office. And after this I will just review some notes, because I'm jumping on a call with one mathematician and from other university to talk about mathematical foundation of the neural networks. We haven't met before, so it's going to be our first meeting, and I'm pretty excited, looking forward to it, because it's always super interesting to go and to talk with people who think about similar questions with slightly different perspective, and you can actually to learn about their motivation, how they approach and attack the problem, and there may be like a possible collaboration together. So that's pretty cool. And I just had 1 hour meeting and we discussed some pretty cool math, but to be honest, I'm super exhausted right now today. I still have one more social meeting, and usually I'm trying to plan no more than, especially when you teach, more than one or two like other meetings on the same day. But today, because of the visitor and because of some other like random stuff, I feel like my social battery is already died. But I will just hold on and probably go just rest and watch something. I need to go to the store and buy some snack, and then after this I will come back, and before dinner do a little bit more math, because math is some sort of like time machine. As soon as you start doing math, time just flies. But I feel like just like battery is a little bit, I'm out of battery basically, and the way like to charge it just to go on a quick short walk, get some snack, and get back to work. It's 5:20 and I'm going right now to have a dinner with a visitor and two other graduate students. For the last hour I was just doing some exercises with Grosvenor bases and stuff. I'm reading two books, like Using Algebraic Geometry and Ideals, Varieties, and forgot the last thing. And those two books are focusing on computational algebraic geometry, which is pretty cool, and I enjoy it so much. This is kind of actually the one of the field that I'm super interested to continue, because you as a postdoc and as a graduate student, you're looking into directions into your kind of own path which you want to go and explore, and I definitely enjoy the type of problems, the methods, and everything like related to computational algebraic geometry. And now we're going to go have dinner, and after this I will go home, and I'm just super exhausted and tired. Today was a little bit chaotic day, let's say, and not a typical Wednesday, as I had a little bit too many meetings. So that's why I will decide either to take bus, because bus is like 40, 50, up to 1 hour, or take a lift. And lift is like pretty fast, like 15 minutes. In terms of price, bus costs like around $3, and lift costs between $15 and $20. So sometimes it's worth just take lift and be there if you're super tired. Yeah, but my day is almost over, and that's more or less how the day looks like at the university, being a postdoc. And yeah. Okay, after 2 hours and plus 1 hour bus back, I am back in downtown Vancouver. It's 8:30 p.m. The dinner was super fun. For 2 hours we talk about life, math, like almost everything. And that's why I love when we have visitors from other universities, because we're able to learn so much new things at the same time, to get so much inspiration, input, and you learn about their experience, and you ask questions, ask for advices, and get some connections. So those things are great. That's how like human relationships are built, and I always like pretty excited to get engaged in those sort of activities. But I'm exhausted. Tomorrow I will sleep in. Tomorrow is Thursday, and I'm going to, after that, to work on the paper. And Friday I'm going also to be the entire day on campus. Yeah, so that was just one day of being a, oh, that's just one day of being a math postdoc.